Today, we are going to be seeing if my fantasy football team can go undefeated in Madden 26. Now, I will say I am in a six-man league, so my team is actually pretty stacked. It's pretty hard to have a bad team when you're only in a six-man league. So that's also part of the reason why I feel like it might be possible to go undefeated. But first things first, we got to start building the team. So I'm going to head down to the Creation Center here, and I'm going to edit rosters. Now, my defense, my DST is the Steelers on my roster. So I'm going to select the Steelers, and then what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to add all the players that I have on my team to the Steelers, and I'm going to use all the positions that aren't included in fantasy football. I'm just going to use who the Steelers already have, if that makes sense. So like defense, special teams, offensive line, all the positions that aren't actually included in a fantasy roster, I'm just going to fill with the players that the Steelers already have. So first things first is going to be the quarterback. Now, I do have two quarterbacks on a team. Obviously, you have one for when your quarterback has a bye week. But for the sake of this being Madden, I'm just going to turn injuries off, and I am going to just start my starting quarterback, which is Jaden Daniels. So I'm going to release Jaden Daniels from Washington, and I'm going to add him onto the Steelers. Now, while I'm on the Commanders as well, I also have Terry McLaurin on the team. He's on my bench. I haven't decided if I'm going to start him this week or not, but he is on the team, so I'm going to go ahead and release him as well. Next up is going to be my running back position, so I'm going to head on down to the Lions. My running back one is Jahmyr Gibbs, who is a 95 overall in this game. I did not realize he was that high. Big props to him. I guess that's why he's such a high-rated fantasy player and why I took him with my first pick. Second up for my running back position is going to be Derrick Henry. So I'm going to go down to the Ravens, and I'm going to release Derrick Henry. Now, my last running back spot, I do have two players. I have Kenneth Walker, who's an 88 overall, and then I have Aaron Jones, who is an 85 overall. So I'm going to take Kenneth Walker. I'm going to release him, and I'm going to add him to the roster because he's a higher overall, and really, you only use like your top three running backs ever. So I'm going to add him to the squad. All right, now I'm going to go down to my receiver slot. So the first one alphabetically would be Buccaneers. I got Mike Evans. I'll add him to the team. And then next up, I have Malik Neighbors. So I got to go down to the Giants, and I got to release Malik Neighbors. I do have a fourth receiver on the team as well, Cooper Kupp. So I'm going to go down to the Seahawks, and I'm going to release Cooper Kupp. Now we're going to move on to our tight end spot. I got two tight ends on the team, David Njoku, and I also have Trey McBride. So I'm going to go down to the Cardinals and release McBride as well. I do have DK Metcalf on the team as well. He's in my flex position, but he's already on the Steelers, so I don't have to worry about that. But next up will be my kicker, so I'm going to head over to the Lions, and I'm going to grab Bates. All right, release got rejected, so I'm going to have to do some quick maneuvering real quick, and I'll be able to release him in a second. All right, so I've signed the Lions, the top available kicker, and now I can hopefully be able to release Jake Bates. There we go, and that should just about complete my team. All right, now I can head over to sign free agents, and I can look at this absolutely stacked free agent class right here. Everybody that I have on my team. I'll head down to the Steelers, and I will begin signing all these players, and I'm probably going to have to go in and release a couple players from the Steelers, but I'll do that as I need to. But I'm going to sign everybody to the Steelers, and then I'm going to join up in a season. So now we can come in here and take a look at this absolutely stacked Steelers roster already with TJ Watt and Jalen Ramsey, Cam Hayward on the defense, and now we just added all these absolute studs onto the offense. I mean, I don't know how possible it is to go undefeated in a Madden sim, but if I had to guess, this is probably about the best team you could possibly build if you're going to try to do that. Man, this is actually nuts. When I'm drafting this team, like, it looks insane, but when you look at it like this and you see that DK Metcalf is your wide receiver 5, man, I mean, imagine being a poor cornerback out there. You know, Malik Neighbors gets subbed out of the game, and you think you finally get a break, and here comes DK Metcalf on the field to replace him. Oh my God. All right, well, we'll start out in the regular season, and then we'll change up the league settings a little bit. I'll keep the difficulty on All Pro for now. I feel like All Madden just isn't going to let me go undefeated. So I'm going to keep it on All Pro, and then I am going to turn injuries off wherever injuries are at. Practice injury, and pre-existing injury. Turn all those off just so we can keep everybody on the team, give us the best chance to go undefeated. I'll probably do a couple of sims on All Pro, and then if it seems like it's getting to be impossible to go undefeated, I might lower the difficulty down. All right, here we go. We'll start playing. We'll simulate the preseason, and then we'll see just how good this team is going to be. All right, here we go. Week 1 against the Jets. Let's simulate this. Should be... Oops, not play. We want to simulate. Hopefully, it should be an easy win. Let's see if Madden gods are going to be good to us. Perfect. 31-3. All right, exactly what we were kind of expecting. All right, let's sim through a couple of these. Sim to about halfway through the season, and hopefully we can remain undefeated up to that point. All right, let's sim mid-season. Fingers crossed we can stay undefeated. I didn't even look at the schedule to see who we play against. I mean, we pretty much took everyone's good players, so I would only hope that we could stay undefeated. Skip all the animations. Where's our record? All right, 6-0, 6-0. All right, good start. Mid-season, we're undefeated. Let's take a look at our matchups and see how we stack up against the opposition. All right, so I mean, that's 4 blowout victories. 2 kept kind of close, but we're clinging on to the undefeated record. The Madden sim must really like the Patriots and the Seahawks, because they kept it close against one of the most stacked rosters I've ever seen in my life. But everyone else, they have not done so well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats midway point of the season. Let's see where all of our players are at. Passing through 6 games, Jaden Daniels 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing, Derrick Henry through 6 games has 709 yards and 10 touchdowns to go along with Jahmyr Gibbs at 208 yards and 2 touchdowns. And doesn't even seem like our other running back is even, Kenneth Walker hasn't even gotten a carry yet. So guess I didn't need Aaron Jones. Man, that's 709 yards and 10 touchdowns through 6 games is unreal. On to receiving. McLaurin leading the way, 399 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, big touchdowns guy, touchdown leader in the receiving corps, 5 touchdowns, 231 yards. And then Mike Evans, a little less in the yardage. Then only 2 touchdowns for him. And McBride has yet to get his first touchdown, which is very, very realistic. Madden, I'll give you that. McBride's not a big touchdown scorer, but he does get the yardage. All right, let's go ahead and sim a few more weeks now. Sim, I guess the closest I can sim is the playoffs, so fingers crossed, let's sim to the end of the season. And hopefully that we still see that 0 in the loss column. All right, here we go. Gotta skip through all these animations. Moment of truth. I see W's, I see W's. I don't know where our record is on this layout on this screen.
Are you blind?
I guess we could just go to our team schedule. Oops. Team schedule. Preseason, regular season. Oh, we took a loss. A 14-6 loss to the Chargers, man. What happened? Every other game is a win. Pretty decisive. What happened in this game, man? Justin Herbert, only 251 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, underwhelming performance as a passer. 141 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Derrick Henry, only 54 yards on the ground. Jahmyr Gibbs with 41. Very, very defensive game, it looks like here on this one. Ladd McConkey torching our secondary for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 4 catches. Oh my goodness. What an absolute egg we laid here against the Chargers. Everyone else, man, didn't stand a chance. The Chargers come in, hold us to 6 points, man. That is unbelievable. Let's take a look at our stats for our players rounding out the season. Jaden Daniels, 3,603 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Very, very, very solid season for Jaden. Rushing, Derrick Henry, 302 carries, 1,646 yards, and 23 touchdowns. That is an unbelievable season. And imagine if he had just gotten 1 more touchdown and another 30 yards against the Chargers. We probably would be sitting undefeated right now. But unfortunately, we're going to have to go and try this again. Terry McLaurin, 1,135 yards on 102 catches, 9 touchdowns. Mike Evans in there. Actually, Mike Evans lost his 1,000-yard streak in this sim. Only 907 yards, 5 touchdowns. Cooper Kupp, 552 yards, 11 touchdowns. And Trey McBride, 483 and 2 touchdowns out of the tight end spot. But, man, it wasn't enough to get the job done. Those pesky Chargers, man. All right, man. Here we go. Season 2. Season 2. Let's get at it. All right, let's sim. Let's sim to midseason. Let's see where we're at. Hopefully year 2 is a little different for the squad. Oh, man, we already took a loss, dude. Already took a loss, man. First 6 games of the season. Who beat us? Who was it? Who was it that beat us? Patriots, man. What is it with these games where we just lay eggs? Only 6 points? With this roster that we have? Man, Patriots and Chargers must just have the greatest defenses of all time, because if they're holding this roster to 6 points, that's unbelievable. Hats off, man. I guess they deserve the win, but we're going to have to go back and try again. All right, man. Attempt number 3. Let's go. Jaden, you got to lead the boys here. We cannot take losses. We have to be perfect. All right, here we go. Midpoint of the season. So far, so good. Let's take a look at the schedule. Let's see how our games have been looking. 1 possession win, 2 possession win. Close one. Barely squeaked it out against the Patriots, man. I don't know what it is about the Patriots. They're giving us problems. They keep it close every time. Then the Vikings blowout win, Browns blowout win, Bengals blowout win. Hopefully we got the bye week here. 2 blowout wins, 3 blowout wins in a row. Hopefully we're getting our feet under us. Really starting to gel as a team here. It's time to push forward in the second half of the season. Second half of the season now, boys. Though this is where we make our money. This is where we make our money. Let's see. Let's sim to the playoffs. All right, boys. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. You start 6-0, but can you finish the same way? I see W's at the top. I still haven't figured out if there's a way I can see my record from here, so I'll have to go to team schedule. Where are we at? Where's the schedule? Team schedule. Preseason, regular season, W's across the board. Blowout win. Oh, man, that's another L. Another 1-loss season, man. Starting to think that that's just EA telling me you can't go undefeated. It can't happen. It's not going to happen no matter how good your team is. A 34-14 loss in Buffalo. In Pittsburgh, it was at home. Buffalo came into our place. Josh Allen with a perfect passer rating, 292 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jaden Daniels, 0 touchdowns and a pick, 225 yards. Man, another rough loss. Ugh. So at this point, it was beginning to look like going undefeated was impossible. And after countless failed attempts, I was beginning to lose hope. But then, I had an idea. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm doing it. I gotta drop the difficulty. I don't even know if that changes anything. I think that might just be if you actually play and not just sim it. But I'm gonna try it. Alright, here we go. I don't know if this changes anything. Like I said, I mean, the difficulty probably only changes something if you actually play. But I mean, I'm willing to try anything at this point because I'm starting to think that this is just not. It's programmed in the game to not let you sim an undefeated season. I'm convinced. All right, here we go. Promising start, 6-0. It's a 7-0 win against the Browns. A very anticlimactic game right there. 7-0. All right, pretty solid. But we've been able to get through this first half of the season fairly consistently. It's the back half where we're just getting hammered. I mean, the Browns 0-7, the Giants 0-7. Let's see where we're at stats-wise. Jaden Daniels still down near the bottom of the league in pass yards and pass touchdowns. Seems like they're just relying on Derrick Henry. I mean, even that, like 421 yards, 8 touchdowns is nuts, but 421 yards really isn't that many through 6 games. Cooper Kupp leading the way receiving now. 4 touchdowns, 336 yards. McLaurin 309 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Mike Evans, 292 with 2 touchdowns. Man, I don't even know. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe the difficulty makes a difference, but I don't know. I don't have any confidence left. I'm starting to think that this is just not possible. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. 14-3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We lost 3 games. It's always the back half of the season, man. A 1-point loss to the Bengals, a 6.1 touchdown loss to the Bills, and a 3-point loss to the Ravens. Hey, at least one positive. I'm going to be an absolute professional at navigating these menus by the time I'm done with this, because this is, I mean, I've simmed so many times now. We're probably like, this has got to be like close to 20 attempts now, and I still, I mean, what is our best season? 1 loss, I think. Another one. All right, I've been going for over an hour now, and I'm starting to lose hope. I'm gonna do, let's say I'll do like 3 or 4 more of these, and if I can't do it, I'm tapping out. I'm waving the white flag. There we go. Attempt, who knows, like 18 or 19 or 20. I don't know. Oh my goodness. It's just, you know what? I don't even care. I don't even care who beat us. You know what? Couple more, few more. Maybe like one more good one. One more where we get undefeated through the first 6. Midpoint of the season, if we be undefeated, maybe I'll do that. One more good run. Okay, here we go. Let's see who beats us this time. Here we go. This is a good run. Undefeated through 6 games, 7 weeks. Early bye week for the, oops, that's not what I wanted. Team schedule, not league schedule. All right, here we go. All right, we like to see this. None of these games are really close. I mean, the Bengals kept it close, divisional game. You kind of expect that. But every other game, we've won pretty decisively. So, please, that's all I ask. What are the stats? Jaden, bottom of the league again in passing yards. Derrick Henry once again leading the way, 588 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. And Terry McLaurin, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns. McBride having a big year, 239 yards and 2 touchdowns through 6 games. Oh my goodness. Hey, you know what? I don't even care about the stats anymore. Let's just, can we please let me see the 0. I'm so close to giving up. 16-1. We lost 1, man. Who did we lose to? Man? Who was it? Oh, the Bears. There's no way. We lost to the Bears, man. Dude, what was the Bears record? Are they even like, do they even make the playoffs? Are they even in here? Bro, the Bears aren't even a playoff team. Are you for real? What are they? What was their record? What was the Bears record? Bears. What was their regular season record, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses, dude. These dudes were 8-9, and they beat us. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. That's, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna drop it to rookie and see if that does it. I will do like 2 sims on rookie, and if it doesn't do it, I'd wave the white flag. I give up. All right, we're down to rookie. We're at the bottom of the barrel. The easiest difficulty. I don't know if it matters because I'm not actually playing, but it felt like I was having better seasons in pro than I was in all pro. So, I mean, I'm simming, so I don't know, but I feel like we're doing better. Let's see. 5-1. Man, people still want Calvin Austin. They really want Calvin Austin. I don't know why. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll give it a couple on rookie, and then I'm done. One of the last ones. One of the last attempts. I'll probably give this one. I'll give it like one good one. Next time we go undefeated through the midway point. That's my last attempt. 3-3. All right. I guess the difficulty makes no difference. I don't even know. 3-3. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna try an all Madden. I'm gonna put it on all Madden just to see what happens. I'll put it on all Madden, see what happens. Might as well at this point, because obviously the difficulty makes no difference if I'm going 3-3 in the first 6 games with this roster on rookie mode. There's no way difficulty matters. Might as well go all Madden. Let's see what happens. All right, let's see. All right. Nope. We're done. I'm gonna be honest, man. I was looking at my fantasy team, and I'm like, man, this team is disgusting. Like, if this team was actually in real life, they're not losing a game. But you know what, Madden? You've humbled me. You've made me realize that no matter how stacked I think my team is, it is not good enough to have an undefeated season in your game.